now Abraha standing with his force, he sends out a message to the people of Mecca. Do you want to fight or do you want to surrender? Because I'm going to destroy Baytullah. I'm going to destroy the Kaaba. At this time, the people of Mecca obviously are no match. And remember, they are mushrikeen. They are not mu'mineen at this time. They're not believers. So there is no like jihad fi sabilillah or something. No, and they're people of shirk. So they decide we're not going to fight. And here he says to send for them their leader to come speak to him. Now the Quraysh had no king. The Arabs were not in the system of a kingdom. They had chieftains, they had tribal elders, and the most respected of them was Abdul Muttalib. Abdul Muttalib, as we know from the lineage of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, knowing back he was the grandfather of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But what is correct is that he was not a Muslim. Here he is a mushrik. But even being a mushrik, he realized certain very important lessons that we as Muslims may have forgotten today. Abdul Muttalib, he wanted to then go and meet with Abraha, but it was very difficult because Abraha was not like sitting around where you can just walk up to him. He had a throne and he had guards and guards for his guards and their guards and their guards. So you couldn't just walk up. So he went and he spoke to Dhu Nafar. Dhu Nafar, we talked about him earlier, who was a prisoner, an Arab prisoner with the army of Abraha. Dhu Nafar told him that I am a prisoner, I can't get you to him either. But there is a man named Unais. Unais here was one of the Arab that was with Abraha's army. He told him, Unais, he has the ear of Abraha, we can get you to Abraha through Unais. Unais, Dhu Nafar and Abdul Muttalib then found their way and were allowed to go see Abraha. Abraha used to have, even though he was traveling, but out of his kibr, out of his pride, he would set up a huge throne and nobody was allowed to sit at the same level as him. If you came to see him, he would have a carpet put and you would sit down on the floor, on the carpet, and he would be sitting on his throne. And the Arab, their style at the time was to sit on the ground anyway. This was their way. So when Abdul Muttalib came, as we find from the Sahih authentic narrations, Abraha, when he saw him, he became impressed. He had a ru'b, a feeling came over him. Sometimes when you see somebody dignified, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given a ru'b, in Arabic we say that there's a presence, as we say in English. Right? So when he came, he was a handsome man, he was a well-built man, he was somebody who carried himself with honor. So when he came, Abraha saw this man and he felt as if he should honor him somehow. So he thought, I will have him sit next to me on the throne. But then he realized he couldn't do that, because if he had this Arab sit next to him, then the people of Habasha that were with him would say, why is he showing so much respect to this common Arab chieftain? It would kind of throw off his political balance. So he couldn't allow that. And at the same time, he felt this need to try to honor him. So what he did is he himself got down and sat on the floor, on the carpet, next to Abdul Muttalib. When he sat with Abdul Muttalib, he told him, through a translator, obviously he didn't speak Arabic, he told him, what can I do for you? I'm going to destroy the Kaaba, for sure, I'm here to destroy it, but what can I do for you? Abdul Muttalib told him, your armies have captured 200 of my camel. 200 of my camel. They belong to me, and I'm asking you to release them, they're my property. So he became upset. Abraha here became upset. He said, when I saw you, I was impressed. I had this, feeling that you were somebody of honor and respect, and I got down from my throne and sat next to you. But now I think you're a fool. Like I lost all that respect. I'm about to destroy Baytullah. I'm about to destroy your Kaaba. I'm about to destroy your holiest site. And you're worried about your camels? Abdul Muttalib told him, Ana Rabbul Ibil. I am the Rabb, I am the Lord of the Ibil. And lil Bayt Rabban. And the Bayt has a Rabb. In some of the narrations, it mentions Sahib al-Ibil and so on. But the meaning here is the same. Which is that I am the Lord of the camels. Protecting them is my responsibility. This Baytullah has a Rabb, and that Rabb will protect it. Right? Subhanallah, now he's a mushrik here, and he doesn't know the Quran has not been revealed, he's not upon the religion of Isa ibn Maryam and so on. But even then he realized that Allah will protect what he deems to be holy. Today we get worried, oh, if we don't sell out, if we don't do this, if we don't do that, then Muslims will finish and Islam will finish and they'll destroy this. And no, we as Muslims have responsibilities. We need to fulfill our responsibility. We need to speak the truth. We need, with hikmah, obviously, but we need to work towards what is righteousness, what Allah has ordained upon us, and never worry that Islam will finish, or the Kaaba will finish, or Mecca will finish, or Salah will finish. No, Allah will protect it. This mushrik understood this when we have forgotten this lesson.